Hello and welcome back to the Holistic Ritual. I'm your host, Kamela Celeste, and today we are talking about transformation and how to shift from this internal transformation that we have maybe been dealing with or that's been stirring in our heads towards outer action associated with transformation.
You're listening to The Holistic Ritual, a podcast for holistic health-minded humans seeking mind, body, spirit well-being. Hosted by Kamela Celeste, IIN holistic health coach, former personal trainer, and meditation guide. With over a decade of experience guiding transformation and whole person healing, you're invited into the practice of guided meditations, affirmation readings, and spiritual insights through a holistic wellness lens, blending ancient wisdom with modern science. This space supports you in releasing, renewing, and reconnecting with your inner wisdom, cultivating a sanctuary you can return to each week as your own holistic ritual. Without further ado, let's get into the episode.
Today is Monday, October 13th, and Pluto has now stationed direct in Aquarius, so marking it a powerful turning point for this next upcoming 6-ish months before it goes back into retrograde again. So after months of being very introspective, we're finally moving forward again and ready to integrate all of the lessons and all of the thoughts and things that have been going on in our head from this past Pluto retrograde season. This is where all of the things that have been done behind the scenes are starting to step forward into the spotlight. And this being the last week of Libra season, Libra is all about balance and harmony. And then as we step into Scorpio season, which is transformation, it is depth, it is deep and intense relationships and partnerships and things of that nature, it being a water sign. So we are going to utilize this Pluto and Aquarius stepping into Scorpio season energetic field, as today we are going to do a ritual on envisioning your next evolution through this next season. We will explore what Pluto's shift personally means for you, and then we will end with a guided meditation to help you connect with the version of you that is ready to take this next step forward. As is tradition over the last few weeks, I will be doing an oracle reading for you. Today I will draw 2 cards from the deck. You can choose whichever one is kind of you're gravitating towards today. And before we get into our card draw, if you will just take a moment to center yourself with your breath. Taking a nice deep inhale through the nose. And then exhaling, letting it all out through your mouth. And while I shuffle to pull this first card, you can repeat that a few more times. And then just decide whether you would like card 1 or card 2 as your chosen oracle reading for the day. And just kind of connect with your intuition here. Anything that comes up, if it's like card 1, card 2, and it's not anxious energy, then that is likely the number that is meant for you. Okay. Card number 1. Okay, so we have card number 1, and then I'm just going to quickly draw card number 2, and I will reveal them as we go along and read from the guidebook. So card number 2. Okay, so we have card number 1 is align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? And the imagery on it is kind of like a woman's face that is fragmented, almost like her face was a mirror and it's broken glass and trying to be pieced back together. Okay, align your life. What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? We are cyclical beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties in life. When you resist your cyclical nature, you resist life and you start feeling stuck. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be. But there comes a time when it is harder to hold on to this facade than it is to embrace who we truly are, to surrender to how we have changed and align life to that way of being. If you pulled this card, you are being called to let go of who you once were or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, and the mask that you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now, to courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity, to embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you have outgrown some relationships or circumstances, and it is time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so that they are congruent with who you truly are today. And how fitting for Pluto moving back into Aquarius. While Aquarius is more about the collective, it's about technology, it is about humanitarianism. Pluto is transformation, it is healing. So surrounding all of those things, and with this transformational, deep-seated realignment type of energy for your life, getting this card of aligning your life. So looking at what is no longer working for you. What have you been thinking about that you're just like, gosh, I just really don't know about this. That coming up for you, that like, I don't know about this, is telling you something. It's wanting you to dig a little deeper to say, is this really aligned with my life? Can I do certain things to figure out if it is or not? Pros and cons list, journaling about it, or really just looking into the other side of whatever it is. So, example, if you are thinking about moving, what does the side look like if you were to stay where you are? What does the side look like if you were to move to a new place? And also, an example would be a relationship. What would it look like if you stayed in this relationship? Would you still be happy further down the line with how things are right now if they never were to change? What would your life look like outside of the relationship? So really just weighing these things and tapping into your innate wisdom, your innate intuition, to where your body knows, because it will signal to you what it really needs and what is your gut instinct. So, and this is just an example, if there is a relationship that you are contemplating, a friendship, a romantic partnership, a job, something like that, if you tell yourself, what if I just stayed in this job? What happens in your body? Where do you feel this in your body? Do you feel a gut punch? Do you feel your heart sink? Do you feel your chest start to tighten up? These are all signs that that is probably not the right thing for you. And then the opposite. What if I were to leave and explore other options? Are you filled with excitement and optimism? Or are you filled with dread overall? Are you filled with dread and anxiety? So just thinking about things in terms of that and where you feel it in your body to help you align your life. This is also something that I help clients do to get unstuck from their life. Through my soul readings that I have as an offering, we go through your holistic wheel of health, your birth chart, different rituals and practices to help you realign your life from the lens of holistic wellness and astrology. Card number 2. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So it has a woman kind of on this crazy mountainous waterfalled path, staring into the void, the unknown, basically. Okay, you're already doing it. Do not question things so much. You are on the right track. You are facing the right way. Stop overthinking it. It's all happening, and you are closer than you think. You are exactly where you need to be, and the things are moving at perfect speed. Do not rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. There is no rush. What you are building is being built. What you have planted soon will blossom. With every new day, a new brick is being laid. You have come a long way. The foundations are steady. Now all that is needed is for you to trust and keep walking forward. If a thought that things should be moving faster enters your head, that is just your ego comparing your rising to someone else's. Comparison is not your friend. Stay in your lane, water your own garden, knowing that your time to bloom will come soon. You're already doing it. Keep going. So, if you picked card number 2, this is kind of like the opposite of the Align Your Life card. Align Your Life is more about action, contemplation, moving things forward. And this is basically a confirmation that you are on the right path. Everything that you are doing or you have been thinking about doing keeps resurfacing. It's because you are meant for it. You are meant to walk this path that you are about to embark on or that you have recently embarked on. And overthinking, anxiety can be the downfall for you here. So stop overthinking it. Maybe you are overthinking a certain career path. Like, I don't know about this career path, but so many things are lining up to propel you down this career path. And if you want it, if it's aligned with you, which it likely is, you are on the right path for it. Or an example, through a relationship lens, if there is someone who you have been talking to or you are wanting to take the next step with, but you keep overthinking things, stop overthinking it. Go after what you really want, regardless of what that looks like, because this is the path that is meant for you. If you can't get this person out of your head, and you know they are a healthy person for you, or they seem to be a healthy person for you, that's the path that you are meant to walk. And also, if you are on a path and you feel like things should be moving further along than they are, just be patient. Don't rush it, especially now, dipping back into the Pluto energy of it being direct now. You will see this unfold or further over the next 6 months as Pluto remains direct before we go back into a retrograde period. So directness is outward action, retrograde is slowing down and introspection. So yeah, maybe you have been contemplating something, you've been thinking about something, or you're not sure if what you're doing is enough, if what you're doing is right. You're on the right path. You have everything that you need, and you will see it unfold. You will see the rewards for it develop over the next few months. Alrighty, so I'm just going to put these cards away. And then I just want to talk to you about the biggest shift that we are having this week really the energetic headline of Pluto now being direct in Aquarius. And we touched on this a little bit when we opened. But the months after retrograde, Pluto being the planet of transformation, of power, of truth, and renewal, it's finally moving forward again, which is great news for us all. Pluto also represents the underworld, the psyche, everything hidden or oppressed that's waiting to be seen, that's waiting to be reborn. So when Pluto changes directions, we feel it in slow motion. So things like power struggles, difficulties with transformation, with speaking your truth, or learning the truth, or feeling renewed. And then, as I mentioned, Aquarius deals with more so the collective than anything. Aquarius governs innovation, community, technology, and the future. So we're being asked to evolve how we use our power in these different spaces. So thinking about our voices online, our role in communities, and our capacity to challenge outdated systems. And so on a personal level, we'd want to look for the house that Aquarius rules in your chart. And I will just pull up my own birth chart for a second so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is your birth chart. And this little slice of pie right here, see if I can zoom in, is Aquarius. And it rules my second house. So what does that mean? Where in your chart is Aquarius? What house does it rule? And I utilize whole sign astrology. So make sure your birth chart, you're viewing it from a whole sign lens to really make sense of this. So this is where the next chapter of transformation is going to unfold around. And I see this as a positive. So if Aquarius rules your first house, this might reshape your sense of identity, physical appearance, character, and confidence. Second house, like in my birth chart, highlights material possessions, finances, and your livelihood. The fourth house is surrounding the home life, family, emotional roots, or something like the 10th house brings evolution in career, visibility, reputation, and purpose. Just to go over a few quick houses. And if you are like, you didn't say what house that means for me, go ahead and message me on any platform that you have me on, TikTok, Instagram, wherever, and I will send you what the themes around this Pluto in Aquarius, what that means for you. So over the next, whenever Pluto is direct, we have it there for like the next 6 months. So over the 6-month arc of deep, steady change, we're going to experience a long game of empowerment and renewal. It's time to begin living the transformation, not just processing it internally like we have been since it's been retrograde. And so let's take a look at how to support yourself through a holistic lens as we experience this transit. So supporting your nervous system with grounding rituals like slow mornings, nature walks, deep breathing, reflecting on your relationship with power and control. So both how you hold it and then where you give your power away. Physically, I would invite you to invite movement that is flowy. It helps your energy kind of flow better. So stretching, shaking, twerking, sweating, or dancing is an amazing way to connect with your body during this time period. And any other form of movement that you enjoy. I always advocate for whatever type of movement you are actually going to do that you enjoy. That is the best type of movement for your body. And then nourishing with mineral-rich meals, hydration, and rest. And then remember that Pluto doesn't rush transformation. Pluto is a very slow-moving sign. It moves through the different signs through 20-year periods. So I think about Pluto as like very devotional and having the willingness to evolve from the inside out. is what I think about when it comes to a Pluto transformation. All right, I hope that gave you a little rundown of the big transit that is happening this week. I know I don't normally go too much in depth about some of these astrological transits. It's more of a surface level, but this one seems to be a very big transit that is happening, and I just wanted to go over that, since transformation, getting unstuck in life and figuring out your next move, is exactly what I help people do through my soul alignment readings. So it was important to go over in a little bit more depth. And today I will be doing a guided meditation on envisioning your future self, which is perfect for thinking about things in terms of over this next 6-month period. What do you want to happen? What do you want to see for yourself? What kind of transformation are you hoping to foster and cultivate within yourself, within your life, inwards, outerly? So yeah, just getting really clear and grounded on what this might look like for you in your life. And this is what the guided meditation is all about today. So I will start and end with my tuning fork so that you can deeply relax, think about these different questions, and let this meditation guide you to some deeper and more introspective thinking and envisioning for your future self in the most positive lens. So what do you want to happen in the most positive way over the next 6 months? Okay. Find a comfortable place to sit down or lie down. I prefer to do these guided meditations lying down to feel fully supported by the earth. And just make sure your spine is long and it feels natural. You can close your eyes if you haven't yet. Just keep a soft gaze a few feet ahead if you prefer that. And let your belly soften. Let your shoulders melt into the earth. And just taking a slow, full breath in. And then a long breath out. You can repeat that a couple more times if you'd like. And then finally, just allow your breath to settle into its own rhythm. Just breathing in, breathing out. And letting the mind begin to quiet. And as I guide you through this practice, remember, you don't need to fix anything. You don't need to force yourself to relax. Just simply notice what arises, the sensations, any emotions, any imagery, and trust that what you need will surface. And just think about these questions as I ask them. What kind of future am I deeply moved toward? And noticing what's coming up. Maybe it's a feeling, a color, a memory. Breathe into it. And with your inhale, imagining all the possibilities. And as you exhale, letting go of any doubt for this future. As you hold this image of your future self, notice what emotions live there. Is it peace? Is it purpose? Or is it connection? Allow this to expand through your chest with each inhale. And just continue breathing. Now asking yourself, how can I show up in a way that allows this future to unfold? Do you see yourself responding to opportunities, to kindness, to courage? You don't have to have all the steps figured out at this moment, but just a willingness to meet them as they come. Focusing on your breath. If your mind starts to wander or drift away from these questions, next, who do I want to be in relation to others? Maybe you see yourself offering patience, speaking your truth, or setting boundaries rooted in love. And what might get in the way? And how will you move beyond it? So if resistance appears, meeting it with compassion and remembering that you've faced hard things before, and here you are on the other side of it. And what skills or support will help me get there? Maybe it's your daily ritual, your community, your faith, or even discipline. See yourself already practicing those things. Journaling in the morning, nourishing your body with healthy food, connecting with aligned people, and having a greater trust in your intuition. And so now I just want you to breathe into that version of you, the version you've envisioned. Very grounded, clear, and radiant future version of you. And as you see yourself, this future transformed version of yourself in your mind, just breathing into what it feels like to step into this version of yourself, envisioning that you are already this version of yourself. And taking long inhales and long exhales. And you can always return to this practice whenever you need to envision yourself in a new light. So wherever you are with this vision, send love to this version of you and know that you will meet them soon. And sealing our practice by taking one big deep breath in through your nose. And exhaling everything out. And if you need more time in silence with yourself or with your breath and your vision of the future you can go ahead and pause the audio here. And as we close out the ritual today, just take a moment and thank yourself for showing up, to simply be here and now, to be present with yourself, to reconnect with your breath, and remembering that Pluto's direct motion reminds us that transformation unfolds through presence, through the small daily acts of alignment. That is what shapes who we are becoming. And this week, I just invite you to notice where clarity and renewal are already finding you, If you would like to explore what this Pluto transit means for you, you can also book a soul alignment reading. If you are stuck in life, you are unsure of your next move, you're stuck with your wellness routine, you are stuck in between a relationship, a job, or anything like that, that is exactly what the soul alignment reading is all about. Helping you get unstuck so that you can tap into the next version of yourself. I know today's guided meditation was a little bit different. I do hope you still enjoyed it, but if not, that is totally okay. There are different flavors for everyone. And next week I will have a more traditional guided meditation for you to relax and tap in more to your body. Until the next one, I'm your host, Kamela Celeste, signing off.